Hey guys, this is Soren Productions, aka number 4673, and I am back in Lads in Distress, part 4. I just realized how uncannily similar this track is to the from Wadanohara and the Great Blue Sea. I don't know if it is, I'll have to check that out later, but it really sounds alike. That is definitely Wadanohara. Maybe it's not, I don't know. It really sounds like it. It really does. Either way, that's a beautiful game. Like, I am very impressed by that game. Oh boy. Either way, we're about to find out what's gonna happen to us. The next morning, I find myself standing in front of my parents, nervously fidgeting with my dress. Who have you chosen to be your husband, my child? Oh my god, I can choose Prince Cell! Like, this person I have legit never met before. I would like to seek Prince Cell of Forest Kingdom. If he turns out to be a suitable man, I will court him. And that is what she said, girls. Why can you never just do what I tell you, goddammit? A beat of silence hangs in the air, then laughter. What a joke, Charming. What a joke indeed. But really, who do you wish to court? I cross my arms. I just told you. I want to court Prince Cell, provided that he is no fool. This time there is no laughter. Prince Cell has been missing for years. It would be optimistic to call him dead. Why do you say that? My sources claim Prince Cell is trapped in the middle of a forest, somewhere in desperate need of rescue. Your sources are direly mistaken. How could Cell have survived the middle of a forest for so long? He's a prince. Princes know etiquette, not survival skills. I bet I could survive in a forest. You have magic on your side. I'm sorry, someone came to see me. Cell did not, and he was rather, and was he not rather weak to begin with? If he's weak, that's one more reason to save him. Why must you be the heroine for a prince even though his own kingdom has abandoned? He is dead, Charming. There's no use seeking him out. Father, I know for a fact that Prince Cell is alive. He must be. Not even a fool would kidnap a man only to kill him so quickly. We do not even know for a fact that he was kidnapped. Sure, but maybe he ran away despite being the timid little kid he was rumored to be. And somehow the timid little kid has the skills to escape without being caught for years. Your guess is as likely as mine. My parents shake their heads. Charming, please, you are too old to keep being so naive. Our nation is bankrupt, and you cannot waste time prancing around forest after forest in search of a man who no longer exists. Even if he is alive, there is no guarantee he will wish to leave where he is, much less wed you. Perhaps he is happy where he is. I scoff at his words. Do you really think that, Father? He doesn't respond, providing that he knows just how flimsy his claim is. It is true that he may not want to marry me, but that's all right. His kingdom is in turmoil due to his absence. I'm going to save him, for both his and his nation's sake. Charming, that does not benefit you at all. Since when does a heroine need rewards? Is it our finances you are worried about? Don't worry. Once I save Prince Cell and help restore his rightful rule, Forest Kingdom will be, obligated to help us financially regardless of marriage. Then I neither have to marry nor risk Luther Kingdom's fall. It's a perfect plan. I'm going to prove you wrong. No, Charming, you're going to stay and select a more apt suitor. Father, Mother, I am out of here. Nicole. I called him Nicole, didn't I? Nicole knows how to contact me if needed. Not that I'll respond unless Lunar Kingdom is having an emergency, which is unlikely. I am going to search for Prince Cell, and you guys can't stop me. I'll be back when I find closure. With those words as my last, I spring out of the room, and soon out of the castle, knocking out any guards who rush to stop me. Please, Princess, wait! Great, this is great. I sigh heavily as I lean against the trunk of the tree that I just climbed down from, dejection written all over my face. With the help of my magic, I managed to reach Forest Kingdom in no time, even sneaking past the guards at the border without any obstacles. However, I have now encountered a very major problem. Where in the world is Princel's tower? Originally, I thought about climbing a tree and looking over the forest from high ground, along with my detection spell to assist my search. I would be able to find the tower easily. Apparently, I was wrong. That stupid poem better not misdirect me to the wrong forest. Settling down on the ground against the tree trunk, I let out another sigh. Maybe I should take a break first. I have depleted my magic a lot just to travel to the Forest Kingdom, and I need to recover my magic first to prepare myself for what may be in store if I do manage to find where Princel is being held captive. I close my eyes with a yawn. In mere moments, sleep has claimed me. I kind of like the reason for this is I like the thought of just us being the princess who's going to save all that in distress. That's basically why I chose it. Well, and I love the tale of Rapunzel. I jerk awake at the sudden sound of rustling leaves and the distinct sound of a branch snapping. I immediately alert. I jump to my feet and study my surroundings. The sound of heavy stomping is growing louder and louder, the ground practically trembling from the unknown creature's feet as it quickly approaches. Quietly, I scramble behind the tree, using the leaves and bushes to hide myself from view. So, that's a dragon. Okay. I didn't expect that. When the creature comes into sight, I almost fell out of the bush in surprise. A dragon? It can't be. I hungrily devour the sight in front of me, my eyes lingering on the powerful, gigantic blue wing. Simply majestic. I cannot wait to tell Nicole about this. He will die of envy. Though, what is a dragon even doing out here? Wait a moment. My mind flashes back to the poem about failed missions to rescue Princel. Could it be... Maybe I should follow the dragon once it starts to leave? The shaking of the ground intensifies, making me flinch back further into the bush. What in the world is the dragon doing? He's going to cause an earthquake at this rate. Gathering up my courage, I peek out at the dragon again. The dragon seems to be prancing around, his wings flapping in excitement as he chases a butterfly in delight. The ground shakes every time he lands heavily after a leap. What in the... In my shock, the words slip out of my mouth before I can stop them. The dragon immediately freezes, almost like a frightened rabbit. His gigantic head swings towards my direction, and my eyes widen in panic. Oh, no. Who's there spying on me? You come out here and I may be merciful enough to give you a quick death. Okay, maybe I should not use that voice, but it looks so gentle. The dragon's voice booms loudly. I don't have time to be surprised at the dragon being able to talk before the tree that is shielding me from its sight is ripped clean out of the ground, causing me to stumble back. The dragon lowers his head and peers directly at me. A human? Oh no. Do you know what you have done? How dare you spy on me during such a private moment? If I did not know better, I would have thought the dragon was embarrassed from the way its tail is squirming as it brings up what I must have seen him doing. For that you must die. The dragon suddenly sends a puff of flames in my directions, and okay, this is where you change the music. And I dodge to the side, rolling to minimize the impact. I can feel the adrenaline pumping through my veins as I shift into my battle stance. And then with this music! Staring at the thread in front of me firmly as the flame dances in my palm for preparation. I never fought a dragon before, but I'm definitely up for a challenge. Interesting, you use flames as well. But it is no use, you cannot beat a dragon with fire, we are the master of flames. The dragon blows more fire at me, this time more intense. I can feel fiery heat against my face as I quickly conjure up a shield of water to nullify the attack. Is that the best you can do? Focusing on the magic deep within me, I conjure up pillars of brilliant flame surrounding the dragon in a fiery prison. The dragon whips its head around in shock, his tail thrashing whenever it comes in contact with the flames and flinches back from pain. Do you yield? If you yield, I will let you live. I prepare myself for a counterattack, but instead the dragon suddenly lowers his head and sits down, the ground shaking from the sudden weight. I yield. I have never seen such power before. You what? I let the pillars of flame dissipate as I stare at the dragon uncertainly. The dragon inches closer to me, peering with a respectful, almost admiring look in those huge eyes. That was an amazing display of fire magic. Will you teach me? What? So surprised by the dragon, I was so surprised by the dragon's words that I almost choked on thin air. I can't read. I'm so sorry. I don't understand what is happening anymore. Please, be my master. Teach me how to make flames as wonderful as yours. The dragon bows his head low, his voice deep, almost reverent. Speechless, I try to think through the extreme confusion. For some unknown reason, the dragon wants to learn fire magic from me, and he seems to respect me as a teacher now. It is very likely that the dragon is the one guarding Prince Cell's tower. If I could get the dragon to lead me to the tower... Alright, I will teach you all I know. Really? The dragon leaps up in a childish excitement, almost trampling me to death if it weren't for my quick reflexes. Oops, sorry. Don't worry about it, but... Don't you think this forest is too small for our lessons? And after all, I don't want to be crushed under your feet or accidentally set the forest on fire. Yes, you are absolutely right, teacher. I know where we can go. Let's go to my home. There's plenty of space, and nobody ever comes there within the... where is it? I try to calm my heartbeat that is pounding in anticipation, hoping the dragon cannot hear my heartbeat. It's a stone tower located in an isolated field not too far from here. I can take you there. You will like my home, I think. Heavens, I was right. This is even easier than I imagined. Hiding my excitement, I nod with a gracious smile. Come, climb on my back. I'll fly with you to my home. Wait, what? Feeling sudden apprehension, I try to decline the offer. I don't think that's necessary. I'm very practiced in magic, as you know. I can just follow you in the air as well. My senses cuts off into a scream as the dragon suddenly plucks me up gently with his claws and plops me on his back. Hang on tight. What? No! Clinging onto the scales of his back for dear life, my yells of protest are lost to the wind as the dragon flaps his giant wings soaring towards the sky. I stumble woozily off the dragon's back, almost tripping over my own feet. Home sweet home. Did you enjoy that flight? If you consider the countless times I almost slipped off your back and fell to my death as enjoyable, then yes, I did. Don't worry, it should get easier with practice. You'll get the hang of it soon. There will be no more practice. I refuse to ever ride on your back again. I value my life too much. Ignoring the dragon's whining, I turn to take in my surroundings. My heart leaps in anticipation at the sight of the tall stone tower standing in the middle of the green field. This must be that place. Fear not, Prince Cell. I'm on my way to save you from your plight. Trying to sound as casual, I question the dragon in a light tone. Nice tower you got there. Do I go through at the bottom of the door? No, the doorway has always been blocked off. The only way in and out of the tower is the window. I see. Well, not a problem for me. My magic can get me up to the window. I assume I'll be staying in this tower for the time being. The dragon's tail flops on the ground, and he looks almost sheepish. I forgot to tell you. Tell me what? There may already be someone living there. Who? Oh, you may have heard of him, Prince Cell of the Forest Kingdom. You're keeping Prince Cell as your prisoner? I quickly cover up my triumphant expression with a ferocious glare. The dragon cowers at my excellent act of rage and mumbers quietly. I'm sorry, it isn't like that, I swear. Okay, yes it is, but I wasn't the one who kidnapped him. The witch did, and she hired me to guard him, that's all. I'm sorry, I'm not a bad dragon, really. Please don't you provoke your offer and teaching me magic. The dragon stumbles over his own words, frantically trying to apologize. Suppressing a giggle at the ridiculous situation, I put on my most authoritative look. Enough! I will go and check on Prince Cell right now to make sure he is unhurt. If anything has happened to him... The dragon winces and nodding compliantly at my menacing glare. Fly away for now. The prince may not confide in me about his injuries if he sees you around and realizes we are allies. Yes, teacher. The dragon shoots me one last apologetic downcast gaze before taking flight, soon disappearing into the distance. And I have to end the episode here. I will see you in the next one. Bye.